Cecily.
Zika.
Brian.
Flynn.
Kellic.
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth. Previously, you all had escaped the hellscape of the Mind Flayer ship. As you all exited the tunnels and made your way back up to the surface, you took a right and exited through the basement of the lighthouse that you had once destroyed. Coming up to the surface and getting that breath of fresh air for the first time again, you exhaled and saw your breath on the air. You looked up and saw the sun beginning to weaken in the sky and flakes of snow beginning to fall. This marking the time of the long eve. Looking up at the sky, you see the sun just about to set over the horizon, much weaker than it had been. You know that over the course of today and tomorrow, the sun is going to diminish in its light. And 2 days from now, the sun won't even rise. 2 days from now, we'll start the long eve. So, as you step out onto these grassy fields to the south of Saddlemount, looking out to your possible destinies ahead of you, a little bit cold from this coming winter air, what would you all like to do?
That came faster than I was. Is it already?
It's starting.
Time flies when you're chasing red wolves.
Wait, it's already been a year?
Not a year since we've started traveling together.
No, I know, but a year since last time.
Aye, yeah.
Yeah.
Summer flew by.
I'm exhausted.
Me too.
Should we take these people to the city and find them some rest?
Hey, you all, can you all get home from here?
I don't know how far their homes are, Olma. They might be from anywhere.
Are you
I think we're all from Saddlemount.
Oh, okay.
Can
Right,
you all
we
get
were
home
just
from
talking.
here?
Yeah, I think we can just see Saddlemount. It's sort of up on the hill over there.
Bye-bye.
any of you all recall where you were before you were taken to that place?
How'd you get down there? Do you know?
Well, we were all sort of talking amongst ourselves. I think we all agree we all kind of have either 1 or 2 days missing from our memories. When last time I remember not being down there, it was 4 or 5 days till the beginning of the long eve. So, I mean, unless we've been down there for over a year, I think it's only been a couple days.
That's a relief to hear.
But before that, you drawn blanks that you weren't taken from your homes or walking on the beach or...
How we got there, none of us can remember.
Aye.
I mean, it's not like a complete cut in my memory. It's more like over the course of a day, I'm having trouble picking things out, and it sort of just fades. It's not too sudden.
Do any of you have any association with the mayor? Tesla, you said something about Codon Von Owen, the mayor?
They were in the place where he holds business, and they were the ones that paid for me to go through the trial so that I could get the myconid spore. So they were holding counsel with him when I arrived.
I used to be sort of a entry-level clerk in the mayor's office, but I never had any direct contact with him. Anyone else? And this young human woman sort of turns around, and everyone else shakes their head no, that they haven't really had any interaction with the mayor.
Do any of you work at the office as well?
They all shake their head no.
And I don't know.
Well,
Seems like you all were just in the wrong place at the really wrong time, so try not to do that again. Also, maybe get far, far away from here, because that nest is there, so...
terrible time to travel. I sort of look up at the misty sky. But I have to agree with Ulna, until that whole nest has been eradicated, I think Saddlemount is a hotbed for this kind of thing.
So if you have family in neighboring towns or other parts of this, yes, that seems prudent.
Well, we only have a day. I don't know if we
Well-
can get to East Haven or Creighton in a day.
Maybe you should try? It's like a holiday.
We don't know that would stop them. Didn't you all tell me that they're this being in what they're not? Their thing is that they don't have one location or one place of operation. It's that they know how to get what they want from anyone.
Well, that's the Red Wolves. We don't know how connected these two things are. You know, there's Kodam Vo and his Mind Flayer, and then there's this entire underground that we've just traversed.
They might not be related.
Well, we saw, or I think I saw a Mind Flayer and Kodam Vo leave the lighthouse, and then the lighthouse was sort of connected to what we found.
Sure,
so-
but I didn't see two people get off the boat. I only saw the Mind Flayer, so
I propose,
possible they're not related.
should our next course of action be to go back in and look at the other route? I don't know.
Could we maybe set up camp either here or close and
There's
and
a
come back?
really nice hotel. Maybe we could just sleep in a bed for the night. I mean, I'm not talking for anyone but myself, but I'm a little
The-
tired.
It might be advisable to get in contact with Melaroo and see if she could send some more sentinels to help us clear out this hive.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. This is something we would deal with, and especially because of mind flayers, it's something from our history.
But also, remember, we have to make sure that we're ready when Xavier's ready to get us over to Autumn Hollow so that we can get to the Venville Rise, because Shy's family needs us.
That's right.
I will say, as someone who generally prefers to be away from civilization when I rest, having a nice time in an inn before a very long journey like that might be nice.
Let's take a rest,
What-
please.
What if we stay here in case someone returns? We keep watch out on this end of the lighthouse
Why would we want to do that?
to see what's going on.
But I want to sleep.
We can still sleep here
Sleep
and take
here.
turns.
I don't want to take turns. I want to sleep and be safe.
I think there's merit to your suggestion, Seeker. We could split up, and those that want to go to the hotel can do so, and the rest of us who are less, I sort of bow my head toward Thessaly, less winded, can stake it out here.
Winded? Who's winded?
Thessaly, I witnessed your performance on the rope earlier. It's no shame. It's just I'd like to have you at full strength.
Right.
I just don't see how it benefits us being here instead of all of us getting a good night's rest. Because if we separate and then if something happens, I mean, you guys could all end up in those little cylinders.
I don't want to separate. We should either all stay here or we should all go to somewhere to rest.
Why don't we all go rest and communicate with Flynn's people and the Iron Light and try to figure out how to take down the nest?
Looking at Flynn and Shreya, what? You two have been quiet. What do you two think?
Well, I mean, I think reaching out to the Iron Light's a good idea, especially because we have to go. We have to help you, Shreya, and I think that something the Iron Light might want to. I mean, the thing that I'm worried about is that, I mean, like, you've seen the room. It's overflowing with asks for help.
It's
And
disturbing.
I'm just worried that if we send it, I mean, I'm hoping that if we send it, it's coming from, and I smirk, Sentinel. And I hope that holds weight, but it's worth a shot, but it might not be 100%.
Well, We could also not send a note. I mean, technically, Kellic can send a note directly to Melru in her head.
That's my take. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Contact Melru and maybe get some action.
Yeah.
And then the full strategic abilities of the Iron Light can be put to use, and to my knowledge, us and I point over to the civilians are the only people who even know that this nest exists.
And I mean, Nessa had all those potions. Maybe there's some really good potions that can like totally destroy it that we just don't have.
Yeah, originally I really wanted to be the one to destroy this, but I think the next best thing would be having someone from my collective.
Well,
to
there's
build it.
lots to be done. It took all of our effort to just save Jared.
That's true.
And I am hesitant, given Chath's grave concerns. I'm fearful that Iron Light Collective might just kill everyone in the pods also. So there is some consideration to be had there. I do think our priority as the small group we are should be to find the brain. That's at the source of this
But-
whole thing, right?
Right, but we have to go help Shria's people.
How long do we have, Raya?
I haven't heard back from Xavier as far as the portal's concerned. He said he was going to open it, but I think he said maybe a day or so.
So if we have one more day, we could maybe try and if we can't fix it by then and the portal's up, we go, but maybe we just try?
I am more than happy to continue along this path of tracking down this fiendish brain, at least until we hear from Xavier. We haven't heard any word from him yet.
I like this plan.
I also think that maybe we shouldn't completely discount everyone in Saddlemount just because the mayor appeared to be more concerned about coin than people's well-being doesn't mean I received some help while at the office, and maybe there's something to be said for just spreading awareness that people are being taken and to watch out for each other as neighbors and as people of Saddlemount.
Yeah, I think we try and solve it, and if we can't in the time that we have, we tell the Iron Light and we tell the town.
We could,
Okay.
I think we could start with telling the town, I think.
Well, if
More
we're able to
news,
solve it,
better.
we don't want to scare anyone if we're going to be able to just go down there and fix it. And,
People are
I
having tadpoles placed in their brains. I think now is the time for fear.
Well, I think it's delicate information, and we don't want anyone. They're operating out of a lighthouse, a beacon that attracts people to the city. We don't want them to maybe necessarily know that everyone knows.
Yes,
It might
the-
make things worse. It might things more.
They might go into hiding. They might shut things
They might
down.
attack. They might.
Their
I don't
whole way
know.
of life could be disrupted.
Yeah.
I met some people we could probably trust with this information.
So did I.
Who?
People who work at where's Jared?
I met someone too. I met
Think
someone
Jared
too.
already-
I met someone
Jared's
too.
gone.
I met someone too.
Who'd
I
you
met people too. I also
Oh,
meet
Matt, did
people.
you meet people?
met-
Are they going to
I also met people, but
I met
I don't know that this is their particular
trees.
cup of tea.
Some of you met the person I met because they brought the sap.
Oh, Baron.
Yes, Baron.
I met
Oh,
none of
yeah.
these people.
Yeah.
Trustworthy.
Well,
and knows
you
the
were
underbelly of the city.
unconscious.
And syrup.
That could be
You
helpful.
met crabs.
Yes, yes.
I made a friend in the mayor's office. She helped me have any kind of. She basically, without her, I wouldn't have saved your life, Shreya. So
Well, I owe her gratitude then, at the very least.
Should we head to the
Good,
hotel or should we stay? I don't.
Seeker, how easily could you contact Baron? I think that's a good suggestion. That's someone who knows how to distribute information discreetly, right?
Yes.
I do believe so, and I believe I could reach him fairly easily.
I think that's a good place to start, and we get a good rest, and then we go back into the tunnel.
I might even be able to get him or some others to stake this out. If we really must stay in the hotel, we could maybe get some eyes here.
Do we feel like we need to stay here? Because I will if we need to. I'm just trying to think of the reason.
I'd want to stay down where the tunnel ends. It does beg the question, who came through it when we left?
Right.
I don't know.
Well, also in that tunnel, they were there. So if we sleep there, we might be attacked while we're sleeping.
Right.
So it'll be very, very dangerous to stay there.
It's true.
And it looks like it's closed off as well, depending on how that lift thing works.
What if we stay? We know the lighthouse is an entrance, or we could go back to the door and stay with an eye shot of it and camp out there. And maybe if we see people entering or exiting during our watches, that might be a way to keep an eye on
Camp
it.
outside the lighthouse.
Yeah, we should also.
It's too cold. It's snowing. The long night's coming, and it's so cold. And then we're gonna have to go to the Vanville Rise, and it's gonna be dark for days. Can't we just be warm tonight?
I kind of just give Kellic like a kind of shrug.
If
In the spirit of the long eve, I think it makes sense to get some warmth while we can. We don't know how long we're going to be in the tunnels.
yeah, and they could possibly be invisible. So we might not see them, but we could see the door.
I thought you said they couldn't be invisible anymore, Olma. I thought you said you...
No, I'm not concentrating on that anymore.
Oh, good to know.
I'm too tired.
Right.
All right, Seeker, can I help you in any way to reach out to Baron, or...
Did you meet him? If so, you could. Can you talk to?
No, I met him. He gave the item to me.
It was Flynn and I.
Yeah.
I did point him to kind of a, sourpuss of a drow, but it's okay that he found you.
Well, it makes sense that he didn't find me, though. I'm the image of cheer. And
Yes, no, you are.
I pat the
image
image on the arm.
jubilance.
Of the Everdon itself.
Jubilant.
The very visage of jubilance.
I was wrong. I admit this.
It's all right.
Well, I can go to a bar, and if you all want to go get a drink, we can. I can go attempt to make contact.
Yeah. Do they have an inn there? We can set up there if they do.
So, yes, let's head into town. I'm gonna head to the Rising Tide,
All right.
All
Lead
right.
on, Seeker.
Lead the way.
and I will do so. What are we doing? Are we telling the people to adios, have fun, get out?
Well,
think we're
both-
letting
I would
them-
imagine we'll walk
yeah.
them back to town, and then they said they all live here, right?
Yeah,
That's
they're
what
all
they
from
said, yeah.
Saddlemount.
Yeah. Just let them kind of find their place. I mean, if they want us to walk them to their doors, I would.
You can walk near us now, but don't expect to talk to us. Just kidding.
Oh,
Shreya.
It's the subplot of the wolf story is that you got to be cold and rigid to survive. It's just that.
It's tough love.
A lot of that in the collective too.
Okay. And once again, you see that the Rising Tide is packed. From what you are seeing around you, it looks like people are probably getting in their libations and their party before the long eve sets in, and there's going to be a lot less of that. So there's a little bit of a last hurrah for the next little while. So you see that the bar is packed.
And I will look for a table. Is there any space for us to sit, or
Make a perception check.
It is packed, yeah.
like a 17?
17. You walk in and you don't see any tables open. But then just off in the corner, you see a couple just about to get up and start to leave.
I want to dart over.
Okay, you dart over and pretty much as soon as they stand up, you go in and sit down and get the table. It is a table for two, though.
Over here. At least a couple of you can sit here. I'm going to head to the bar.
Alma, go ahead.
Okay. I hop on the chair and I flop my head in my hands.
Okay. Seeker, you go up to the bar.
Go up to the bar and raise my left hand and try and hail the bartender, and if I can get their attention. A cup of water, please.
Kind of looks at you strange and looks around to all the other people who are getting expensive drinks and mead after mead after mead after mead, and you're ordering a water. But the bartender nods a little curiously, gets you a water, and places it in front of you.
I will produce 5 copper and give them to the barkeep. But then
Okay.
I will turn around with the water. Oh, and looking for a napkin. I will grab a napkin.
Okay, there's a stack of them on the
I will
bar.
grab one and place it under my water and turn out towards the sea of people. Take a sip of the water.
You look around and you see a couple of people dancing off in the corner to the music that's going. You see a couple of people off in the other corner sort of raising their voices, and you can see like a fight might just start to break out. It's kind of getting to that point where if one person puts their hand on the other person, something's going to happen. And as you're sort of looking around and scanning, and over this ruckus, these voices just everywhere, you finally hear one voice over the crowd. Hey, that's a coincidence. That's exactly what I order.
Oh.
The drink of champions. Would you like one yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'll take one.
And how far away is this? Do I recognize the voice?
Right as this voice is walking up to you, you do not recognize this sort of middle-aged human man, clean-shaven. You don't recognize him, but he's just sort of squeezing up next to you.
And I will turn to the bar to order another one and very, very sneakily sneak a gold coin into their hand.
Okay.
As I turn to make a show of ordering another water.
Okay.
Very loudly.
And
yes, water.
Just as quickly as you hand the gold piece over, gold piece is snatched and placed in their pocket. You new around here? I don't think I've seen you.
Yes, I'm new. New in town and actually looking for a card game.
Have you been to the game that plays over at the Port's Breeze?
I have once, yes.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, I was just going to head over there and play some cards myself if you wanted to head over with me in a couple minutes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I got to go clear something up and then I'll be right back, all right?
Okay.
And he makes his way back through the crowd, and just as he makes his way past sort of that first layer of people, you completely lose him in the crowd.
I want to send so who was sitting in the corner in the table? Alma?
Almost so far, and nobody else?
I'm standing and leaning.
I made
Arms crossed.
my way to the bar as well.
I'm at the door, and any remaining civilians who've additionally followed us, I'm just going to hand out enough currency for one round and say, contemplate what you have to do for the next 24 hours.
Oh my god.
And good luck to you.
Okay. Some look grateful, some look terrified, but everyone's taking your money.
All right.
I want to
Take, as this is happening, take 20 copper pieces from your inventory.
Great. Sounds good.
Nice.
I want to rub my left ear, the copper on my left ear, and kind of look like I'm drinking my water and whisper into it. Yes, I've made contact. I'm going to be leaving in a moment, but I'll be fine. I'll be back.
I could. You're going to leave, but come back.
And I'll just put my thumb up in the air, like thumbs up.
I give a nod.
Nestle, over the crowd of heads, you see one thumbs up.
Can I? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Can I make out Flynn? Probably not. But can I make out Flynn in the?
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
He's short.
Oh, that was a good roll.
Disadvantage. The first one was good, and then it was a natty one. So that's a
No,
8.
you have no idea where Flynn is.
No. Okay. Yeah. Then I won't do what I was gonna do then.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll just wait for him to come back.
All right, and after about a minute or two, the same gentleman comes back, pats you on the back, sort of nods his head towards the door, and starts heading towards the door.
I will follow. I'll set the water down. Well, no, I'm gonna drink the water.
Okay, stay hydrated. Perfect. Okay, so you head towards the door. Shreya, you see a middle-aged human man pass out the door. Seek or follow just behind.
Good. I'm going to whisper to Seeker. Do you know this fellow?
It is okay. I'll be back.
Okay, do you need help?
No.
Okay. I trust you. As I tip
you.
my head.
Okay. And following a very similar path, this gentleman walks you through the streets And finally, you make your way to the Port's Breeze. And once again, through the restaurant, into the back room, down into the basement, and you are greeted by a couple of different gentlemen that were there before, but you do see Baron off in the corner.
So to the gentleman who brought me, I just nod, and then walk over to Baron. Say, Baron.
Oh, hey.
Thank you for the help.
Of
Very
course.
much appreciated.
You know, word's been getting around town about what you did and impressing some people.
Well, that is it's good. I think that's
Or,
good.
I mean, as I should say, what you didn't do.
I
And he
didn't.
gives you like a real big wink.
That is right. I did. What did I do? I didn't do anything. Neither did you. Word around town is kind of why I'm here. We've uncovered this. Are you familiar with the Mind Flayer?
Yeah, there's been one sort of going around town with another guy. Seen him a couple times recently. It's not really something that you forget.
You've seen this.
A couple times.
Okay. Okay, so here could use your help to maybe track their movement. There is outside of town. So you know the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down
so
south? Yeah.
underneath the lighthouse, there's a lab, and then a tunnel, and then a big nest of the Mind Flayer. And it's probably not good. But that Mind Flayer has something to do with that nest. And we are trying to figure out exactly what. There's a bigger plot with wolves.
They're ugly, but they don't seem too terrible.
They're not nice. We just fought one not too long ago.
Okay.
But we could use your help because they're taking people from the city and doing experiments and putting like these little, I don't know, we call them tadpoles in their brains. And sometimes it kills them, and other times, I don't know what it does when it doesn't kill them, but it is taking innocent people from this city. And we don't like that. We want to stop it.
Okay. Yeah, we can put some feelers out and see, track their movements. Is there a way for me to contact you if I find one?
Yes. Oh, yes, there is. Hold on. My scroll will produce itself from my bag, and it's silver. And I will unscrew it and take out just a little vial of the ink and hand it to Baron and say, "This ink, this here's a scroll. It's a super cool item that I found a while ago. When you write this ink where you are, it will show up here." Maybe I should explain it like that when I give it to other people. Huh. But anyway, when you write, it will show up here, and then the colors will change. And if I'm looking, I will see your message. So it is the best way, unless you have another way to get in touch with it.
Oh, that's better than what I've got.
If you could set up some people to look for this Mind Flayer, and I will actively look for messages, that would be very helpful, because we would like to track them. And we do plan to go back to this nest and do what we can to get rid of it.
Okay. He takes the ink from you, and then walks over to this group of about 4 other guys in the corner, and he starts disseminating information. All of them nod and exit into the streets above.
Before they exit, like as they're breaking, I just want to look at them all and say, "No, this is a bit different from your normal line of work, but really appreciate it." And I will produce a bag of money, and and I will give Baron a bag with 5 gold in it.
Okay. Are you dispersing it to the other gentlemen, or just giving Baron the gold?
I'll give it to Baron and say, "This is for you and anyone that you, all of you, as a thanks. And if you need supplies, or reach back out to me."
Thank you. And he pockets it, and the gentlemen go about going out to the street.
Okay.
Is there anything else, or I can get started looking as well?
That's all I can think of. I'm going to go back to the Rising Tide with my friends. Again, thank you. One of them is alive because of you.
course. Anytime. And he pats you on the back and heads out.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
Pull out the card with the blue dragon on it. What is this?
You haven't used it yet.
I look at it and just kind of like turn it over and play with it in my hands. No, I didn't come with the instructions.
If you are ever in a pinch, you just sort of rub your finger across it, and I would suggest throwing it. You don't want it to do its thing while it's in your hand. And he closes the door and heads out.
And I just look at it with a smile.
What does it do?
And I will make my way back to the. As I'm making my way through the breeze, if there are any of those breads of that one, or the baskets of that wonderful bread,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and take a whole basket. You want
Oh,
for the
okay.
team?
Yeah. On every table, there's this very beautiful displayed basket of bread on the linen cloths on the tabletops, and you're able to take an entire basket.
So good.
All right, and you head back
Yes.
to the rest of the party.
I'm still by the front door. That felt really good. And as people approach the tavern and enter it, I'm just going to keep giving out money to strangers.
Okay, this interaction took a little bit longer, so I'm going to say
By this point.
take another 40 copper.
40. All right.
40.
Yes, yes, give the people what they
Shreya-
want, I think is the expression. Yes.
Shreya, what is your passive perception?
Pretty sure it's 17, although I'm going to confirm that here in just a second. It's 19, actually. Holy shit.
19. Okay. So I'm going to roll something real quick. As you're handing out these copper pieces, you have noticed that from what you've caught, at least 7 people have taken a copper piece, bought a drink, exited, and then re-entered to get another copper piece from you to purchase another.
Wait a second. Haven't I seen you before? Say to one of them.
They just kind of shake their head and then dip into the crowd, and you lose them in the crowd.
Well, they are taking advantage of a good thing. Can't fault them for that. As I pocket the rest of my currency and then just actually head into the bar to rejoin the party.
All right. You all regroup in that corner table where Oma is, except for Flynn. Are you still at the bar?
I would have just grabbed a mead, and I would just head back to the table. So at some point, I would just be back at the table, just drinking the mead. And I probably would have pulled my book out while waiting for Seeker to get back, and I'd just be looking through my spell book and just learning, practicing.
Do they have any food here?
Would I have known?
They have, from what you
Like
saw
being
at the bar,
Yeah.
lots of like bar snacks, no food, nothing of real substance.
Well, there's this, but you can't have it.
Why not?
You have to be older.
Who says?
Anybody with common sense.
Yeah.
Alma, I don't think, given the nature of your power,
That's a good point.
your personality, I don't know if it's such a good
And
idea for
her
you to have that.
age.
What's wrong with my age?
You're a
Well-
child, Alma.
You're quite small, and
Flynn's small.
I know, but look at the
He's-
meat on him.
Pretty much fully grown.
Yeah.
I squeeze Flynn's bicep.
I have a bicep too.
Well, yours is a bit more sinewy, Alma. I don't know what to tell
Alma,
you.
and as your stomach rumbles once more, you see Seeker emerge from the crowd with a basket of bread in his hands.
Yeah, this is really good bread. I got
You
some.
went and got food without us?
Well, no, I went to make contact with Baron, which I did, by the way. And we've got some people. Oh, so he said that the Mind Flayer, the one that you saw, and I point to Oma and Des, has been around town a lot, just making stops around town with another person.
I stuffed an entire roll in my mouth.
Yes, I think.
I remember that.
They're good, right?
I can't swallow.
Take your time,
Alma,
Alma.
should I go get you a water or something?
You're not getting the
Hot
meat.
cider, please.
You're not getting the
Hot
meat.
cider.
I'm gonna go up to the bar and get a hot cider for Alma.
Wow.
Okay, that is going to be 1 gold piece.
Oh my god.
It seems as though the rush in and the extra patronage before the long eve has cranked the prices up.
Wow.
Amazing. Okay.
Mhm.
This is highway robbery. But happy long eve to you. I put the piece of gold on the table. Here, Alma.
So yes, the bread is good. Anyone else want some?
I'll have a piece. But what did
Sure.
you say you met with Baron?
Thank you, guys.
Yes. I met with Baron. I told
course.
him about the nest and the mind flare, and
Okay.
he said he saw the one around town. So we are going to put some. He is putting people to track this mind flare's movements and to. Oh, actually, and I will have my mage hand pull my scroll out and set it on the table. If any of you see this ton gold, and the ends of it are silver, you see this ton gold, say something, because that means someone's contacted me.
How
It turns gold.
Oh.
It turned gold like that.
It turned.
Did you do that on purpose
I
to
did
tell
no,
us?
that was really fast. I open it.
Okay.
What do I see?
It says your friend has been spotted at the council building.
The council building. Let's go.
Your friend meaning the
The
mind flare?
flare, yes.
Was that where I was at?
That was the exact building you were at. Yes.
Do we want to try to talk to him?
If they're there, it means they're probably seeking to do more.
Oh boy.
What I would think is the long eve,
Hey,
or maybe they're there.
we could all go, or we could send somebody who could be invisible to kind of listen.
I don't like the idea of sending Olma in there alone just to be around a mind flayer after everything that just happened.
If it's the
My hood is up. I have my hot cider. It's
Oma?
disappeared with me, and I'm seeking out.
Olma, you
I
Okay.
checked that
Come
that
back.
cider was non-alcoholic. I promise.
You all see a
inclined.
couple of the patrons of the bar who are sort of like in this mosh pit of a crowd around the bar. Some of them, like, their hips are kind of thrust to the side, as you can see, just like the what is probably Olma making her way through the crowd.
Yeah,
As
following
Olma, you
Matt.
make your way to the front of the door.
Olma.
There she goes.
Immediately.
Race behind Thessaly.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a bite of bread as I see her exit.
Okay. All right, Olma, you are out of the building.
Running.
City secret.
Secrets.
Okay.
secret.
It doesn't take you too long before you get to the council building.
Can I tell where it is? I have a map of this place
It is,
actually.
it is
so
the
like,
tallest building
Oh, okay.
that you can see. This like ivory building looks very official. And Thessaly, are you taking the rest of the party behind them?
If they're following me, I'm gonna try to not infringe upon Olma's stealthing to give her away, but I'm gonna try to as she exits the bar and try to maybe see some footprints or
Okay.
stay close behind.
Make an investigation check.
All right.
You know where the council building is, so you would be able to go directly there. But if you're with the objective
Oh.
of following Olma, you could also make an investigation
No, then
check.
I'm gonna go straight to the council building.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. All right.
I would like to get as close to the building as I can, but still be hiding behind stuff. Either if that means on a rooftop of some sort, or on an awning or whatever.
I will
that
say
needs to be.
the council building is surrounded by sort of this brick wall that comes up to maybe 3 or 4 feet before this gated fence. And on the fence, there's a bunch of vines and stuff, sort of making a wall of plant life and vines. And then approaching there, also on this main street that leads right to the front door of the council building, there are shrubs on either side, these well-manicured shrubs. So you'd definitely be able to hide sort of in between all of those.
Mhm.
And as you approach this this front entrance here, you look and you see on the front steps of this council building, you see a older human woman, this curly platinum hair, speaking with a figure with a blurry face, can't make out the features, and right next to them, a mind flayer standing there.
Oh, no.
It seems to be cordial conversation between the two, and after about a minute of conversation back and forth, the older woman reaches out her hand and shakes the hand of the figure with blurry face.
Could I hear any of the conversation?
No, it's too far away. You're still you're at the entrance of this wall and gate. It's still maybe 200 feet to the actual building. After this conversation ends, they shake hands. The older woman sort of steps into one of the side doors where the other two figures with the mind flayer step in to the main doors of the building. What are you doing?
I'm gonna walk forward.
Okay. As you walk through, the main road and this little pathway to get up to the steps of the building is sort of this tight-knit gravel. So as you're walking, if you just place your steps correctly, you don't get the crunch of the gravel, and it's not making much of a footprint. So you feel your approach is unseen. As you walk in, and you can see the interior of this building, you can see these very shiny hardwood floors. You can see these ivory pillars throughout the building. You see a couple of different hallways lit by these little glowing orbs, almost like electrical orbs on the walls. And you can see the two figures, one mind flayer, one with a blurry face, step into a room and close the door.
I want to step up to the door and listen.
Okay. You listen. And you can see there is a little bit of a keyhole there. And looking in, just for a brief moment, you can see that the room is lit on the inside. And you could just see like a very small room. You can only see the two figures in there. You see the back of this human's figure. As you can see the back of them, their hair shifting. You can see the ears shifting. As they clasp their hands, you can't see what they're doing with their hands, but the hair stops shifting. The ears stop shifting. As you can see a human, the back of a human. You can't make out any of the details, just the back of this dirty blonde hair, cut short.
Is the shape masculine or feminine?
The shape appears to be masculine. And you can see the mind flare in the corner, almost receding into the shadow of the corner.
Oh.
I don't like it.
No.
I don't like shadow corner mind flayer.
This human figure then, sort of in a hushed tone, but one that you can hear, speaks to the mind flare and says, "Okay, new plan. I'm going to need you to cease your search for the threshold key of air. It seems that the young shaman, as predicted, has returned, and there might not be any need for it. So, I'm going to send you to the Venville Rise. I'm going to need you to be my eyes and ears. Make sure everything goes according to plan. I have made Ilana aware of our next course of action, and she has sent a group of Darkblades to assist, but we know how incompetent they can be, despite their skills. So, I'm going to need you to ensure that everything is taken care of. But before that, our laboratory was attacked. I'm going to need you to awaken some of your people and investigate. I'm going to need you to find whoever found the laboratory, find who destroyed it, and bring them to me. Our first suspects should be those who succeeded. They were the only ones who should know where the laboratory was. Here's a list of names, and you can hear him at this point reach into his pouch, grab out a smaller sack, and you can hear these glass containers jingling around within the case. And he hands them over. Here are some samples. This should make the investigation easier, but I'm going to need a full force on this. So, activate some of your people, have them investigate, and as quickly as you can, make it to the Venville Rise. Once everything is succeeded, meet me back in Stillgate. From there, we will proceed. And you hear whispering from the mouth of the Illithid as he does a very eccentric and deep bow. You hear, "As you wish, my lord." As the human, their hair begins to vibrate once more and shift. As you can see their hands placed in front of them again, hair begins to shift, the ears begin to shift. You can see the size almost shifting a couple of inches in either direction. As they turn around, reach for the doorknob.
Is there anywhere I can go off to the side and hide and crouch and hide?
There is an open door just next to you. There seems to be another office or something right next to you.
I shift my way in.
Okay. You jump in as soon as the door clicks, opens, the door creaks, and Kodamvo walks forth out into the hallway. You can hear each of his boot steps click as he walks down the hall and out of your line of sight.
My eyes are just wide, and I'm just thinking about everything I just heard. And I wait until I hear like doors close or open and close.
You don't hear any other doors open or close.
They were just walking?
They just walked down the hall and turned a corner. You didn't see them go into anywhere. You just saw them walk further into the building.
Is there a window in this room? I'm in an office, right?
So as you look around, you see that you are sort of in a small little office. And you look around and you can see that there are these sort of shelves of books. You can see off in the corner like books that might have fallen off of the shelf are kind of stacked up. And you see in the middle sort of a thick wooden desk.
I want to investigate the desk.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
Bloop, bloop.
10.
A 10. You start looking through the desk. You pull open a couple of the drawers. The only thing that you can really find is there's some paperwork, like official government documents addressed to a Mariel. That seems to be whose office this is.
Oh, okay. Can I peek out the door?
You peek out the door. You see people who work here, possibly commoners, passing back and forth in the hallways.
I'm gonna make my way out.
Okay.
Or actually, the room that they were in, what's in that room?
Are you gonna pass by and look?
Well, I just stepped right into the door, right? So the room that they were originally in should be right outside the door.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to look.
Okay. You take another look, and you see, though Kodamvo stepped out and left, you never saw the Mind Flayer leave, and you look into an empty room.
Invisible things. And I just gonna make my way outside.
Okay. As you walk outside, you see Thessaly and the rest of the group just sort of approaching as the rest of the group walks up.
We didn't pass Kodamvo on the way in or anything?
You did not see Kodamvo. Olma, you saw Kodamvo sort of step out of that room and go further into the building. Further into the hallways, you didn't see exactly where he ended up.
So we were following Olma slowly, basically, from
you guys had just
got
arrived.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay invisible, walk my way up to them, and grab Thessaly by the arm and power walk the other direction. And just keep walking and keep walking and keep walking and keep walking until we're very, very, very far away.
Where are you taking me?
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, we're all sort of
watch this and follow.
Just tell me what's going on.
Be quiet.
All right.
I keep walking, I keep walking, I keep walking.
Olma, where is he? Where is Kodamvo?
Doesn't matter. And I'm gonna...
It matters where.
It doesn't matter. Stop. And I'm gonna push everyone in. Can I find an alley?
Yeah, there's plenty to choose from.
Yeah, far enough away that I feel safe.
Sun is just on the horizon. This sunset is it's almost approaching the same light as night, as the sun has gotten weaker and weaker. So you're able to find a little dark alleyway.
Okay, I pull into the alleyway. I wait for everyone. I drop my hood down. I come back into visibility. Guys, I saw Corambo.
Just now?
Yeah, but like without his shiftiness.
You know what he looks like.
I mean, not his like face, but like,
Oh.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like a human of some kind. He's got ears like mine. He's pretty tall. He's got blonde hair. I mean, I think he looked kind of masculine, like his shoulders were really broad and hips pretty narrow. That doesn't matter. What matters is that Tito's back in the Venville Rise, and we gotta save him.
He made his way there? How?
What?
So,
How did you
hold
become
on.
privy to
Wait
that
a minute.
information?
I thought Codanvo was... You saw Codanvo, right?
yeah, so he said all this stuff about how the Mind Flayer needed to stop looking for the threshold key for the plane of air, and that he needed to get back to the Venville Rise because the shaman was back, and apparently the shaman can open it, and I think that's Tito. So now Tito can open the threshold, maybe the plane of air, and Alana, I think that's Alana's show, from like the Hollow Guard, and she's taking some like assassin type things, dark blades, like the dark blades that we found. Flynn and I have them, right? Those like dark blades. So
yeah.
people who fight with those things on the spiders, maybe, I don't know. I pull out Drek's blade that I still have. You remember Drek and the mud monsters and all of that? Yeah. Assassin crazy people are going to cause chaos in the Venville Rise, but first, and I turn to Thessaly, but first, Thessaly,
Yes, Olma.
before the Mind Flayer can even go to the Venville Rise, he was given blood vials, including yours, to find you and discover who destroyed their lab. You shouldn't have broken their lab, because now they know that we're after them, and now and he's supposed to awaken some more of them. So yeah, the Codanvo definitely knows there's a nest, but he thinks they're all sleeping, but they're definitely not all asleep. So and like the Mind Flayer was super like, my liege, yes, I follow all your every order. So like totally just like a assistant of some kind, and definitely slave-like, and yeah.
That's
Good.
what Kayfree told us.
That is what he told us.
Yeah.
So the great evil has been awakened, and my family will soon be under attack, and
Yeah.
Wait, so, forgive me for not following every detail you laid out there, Alma. Tito is back in the Venville Rise.
Sounds like it.
and it sounds like the legends of his special gift might be true.
Or at least they think so.
They do.
They might think so,
That
yes.
Tito is a key to the gate to the plane of air.
They think so.
Yes, but did they just hear a rumor, or do they know something we don't?
I'm just telling you what I heard. I don't know the answer to that.
Hard to believe that frantic creature is the key to anything.
Well, they believe it enough that they called off their search.
As you say that, I look around at all of us and I shrug. I'm like,
I think it's important that we get our heads straight on something right now.
I don't think our plan needs to change at all. I think we need to tell Mellow
Hold on.
There's-
Codanvo was here in the building. Do we pursue him? Did you see where he went, Alma?
Well, he
He
just
is
kept
one of
walking.
the lieutenants of the Order of the Red Wolf. I can think
What
of
are
no...
we supposed to do with him?
Strike him down. Put him in imprisonment.
In the middle of... how are we supposed to imprison him?
I think... Is he still in the council building, or did he leave?
You think he's still there?
Cause chaos to the chaos makers. I like that.
we
And
did
they-
say he's hunting us. Why not hunt him?
They're,
He's not hunting us. The Mind Flayers are hunting us.
and they're
For
hunting
him.
me. You said they have my blood.
not Codon Vo anymore. He just was like, here, do this task, and then went on his way.
But he gave it to someone with the intention of finding who destroyed the lab, and they're going to use the blood for that?
Sounds like it.
So, maybe we come up with a plan to give them what they want.
Punch the Codon Vo in the face.
Well, we can also
However many of them he has.
do that.
Spaces.
But
Well, that's a good point. How do we even know how to find them?
They're right
we
here.
don't. They're
They
going
can just
well,
change and look like someone else, no? And then we don't know how to find
Maybe
I don't
But
think
it's about
they
the
changed like
constant
that.
changing.
Yeah.
It's
Is
not.
can they stop it?
Hayfried said it was something to do with higher scientific, non prestigiousness or something
Sure.
pretentious like that.
I mean,
We-
I would love to strike them down, but I'm worried about collateral damage.
we could get close. I could look like a mind flayer.
I have an
He
idea.
did say that he wanted whoever destroyed the lab to be brought to him.
Well, I don't want to go.
Did he specify alive?
No.
Oliver, you did a little bit of damage to it, I think, right, Cecily?
Just a little bit, Flynn. Not nearly. I mean, you're just so strong.
Thank you.
Don't think I could compare.
I don't think now is really the time for this.
I'm just rubbing my temples.
What?
What are you thinking?
What is the
I'm
time? We are.
Thinking
If
if-
not now, then when?
if he's still here, and they're keen on finding me, and I've been to the office building, the council building before, on business, maybe I go back in for some more business, but this time, I have allies.
Yes.
Right, you have a relationship with them.
Okay, but
They
how does that help us not hurt everybody in that building? And also imprison the Codon Vo, which we don't have any more coins.
I could ask for private counsel. And that wouldn't, get everyone out of the building, but that might, if we could
I
get
have
in
a
one
feeling
room.
as soon as we start throwing spells around, the building will clear. I obviously agree, but I don't know how many chances like this we're gonna get
Yes.
to isolate one of these evildoers.
He's close at hand now. We could make a run at Codon Vo, and then reach out to Xavier post haste.
I could look like a mind flayer and put this one, pointing at Tess, into custody, air quotes, and say, well, I don't know what they sound like, but we could just walk into the room and just.
Do they hiss? They have tentacles.
What do they
for
do?
their-
Do they-
What do they say? Oma, you heard. What do they sound like?
Do they talk?
Do they talk?
I mean, yeah, it talked. It had
DM.
like a weird voice, but
When it copied my memory, did I get a sense of how their brains work or how they communicate, any of that kind of thing?
No, it was not really an equal exchange. It was more they were
They just invaded.
invading. Yeah.
I don't know how long your disguise had last, Seeker. The thing seemed to know everything I know in a moment of darkness. But it might be enough to get close. I just don't know how much longer you have after that.
I have to say, are we prepared for something like this? Last time we took on someone potentially this powerful, it didn't end well for us.
There were quite a few. There was Zergath, Amara, and
True.
Artemisia. This is just the one.
and a mind flayer and potentially other mind flayers.
We just fought the mind flayer and did a good job. We actually went into their nest and came out with people. I mean, we did pretty good.
Yeah, well, we didn't go in spells flying, but I take your point.
I
We
think
could wait until he exits and then try to follow him to somewhere else.
Let's start with tracking him, right?
Yeah, that's
And
okay.
then maybe we can find somewhere isolated.
Where'd the mind flayer go?
I don't know because they go invisible and now they can disappear
Oh.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, like
I
that
mean-
one clicked out of existence.
Yeah.
Seemed to.
How am I supposed to know?
Well, what if Codon Votus does that? What if they
How do
just
we-
click out
Well,
of
it
existence?
kind of seems like he was like on business, so
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I can sneak back in the building and see if I can find him, and then just wait until he comes out.
If he wants desperately
That
enough to
Okay,
get
that's what I'll
Thessaly.
do. You guys wait by the front.
Ulma,
You guys wait by the front. I will find
No.
him and I'll follow him as he
this
exits.
is too. I'm gonna grab Ulma's room.
Question.
Put my
As this is happening, just thinking back when we were walking up and we didn't see her coming out, but she grabbed us.
Yeah.
Was there anybody else moving about the building, like coming out or walking around?
Yeah, it seems like a fully operational. This is like the head of Saddlemount. This is you saw people going in and out of the building. You saw that there were actually a couple of different entrances and exits. You saw people like conversating on the main steps. Yeah, there's quite a bit going on here.
I put my hood up and I walk back to the
Thessaly's got your wrist.
council.
Yeah,
I grabbed your arm.
That was sort of at the same time. So I'm gonna allow
That's
That's
fair.
it.
That's it,
an
baby.
acrobatics check versus a grapple check from Thessaly.
You're still tired.
I'm still very tired. Thought we were gonna get to res.
18.
Oh no!
Wait, that's
What was it?
tough.
Sleight of hand?
A grapple check.
So,
So that is
How does that work? Yeah.
athletics versus her acrobatics.
Oh, okay.
2 20s. You're gonna roll 2 20s. I know it.
11.
Ulma, you just flip your hood up a
Ulma?
split second earlier than Thessaly is able to grab you.
Get back here.
Follow me. And I run.
Okay.
I look at everybody and just like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, we got. Let's move.
There's
That's
onward.
This is because all of you have given her too much jurisdiction. She thinks she can do whatever she wants now, and she's running. She might
"This,
get killed.
not this."
What do you mean now? She's always been like this. As long as we've known her.
For maybe a week.
Well,
Where did she say to follow her? I don't know where she is. Are we just going back to the?
We're going
place?
into the council
All
building.
right, let's just go there.
All right, Ulma, you begin making your way through the hallways, looking around. You're darting. You have to
so
sort
quiet.
of like
So quiet.
double back on a couple places because like the hallways are super complicated. It's almost like a maze in
And
here.
I'm just like listening out for for the changing of the voice.
Okay. And you're looking around, you don't see anything. Can't find anything. Make an investigation check. As Thessaly, you know this building a little bit better. Is there any section that you're taking them to? Any particular room?
I want to see if can I grab someone actually, like you said people are bustling about inside. Could I grab like a random person and ask them a quick question?
Sure. As this young human boy, probably maybe a little bit older than Ulma, maybe like 15. These big round glasses on, got a pile of books in his hands. As he's walking by, you just grab him.
Oh, do you mind if I ask you a question? I'm sure you're very busy.
Sure, that's what I'm here for. And he kind of pushes his glasses up onto his face.
Huh?
It's only my second day here. I'm currently doing business, and I'm looking to see if the mayor is in office today.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Mhm.
I'm here on business.
Never mind my swords.
You can't tell
Ooh.
what kind of business it is. It could be the business of stabbing.
and business is good.
Ah,
Wait.
There it is.
Okay.
Nice.
There you
Okay.
go.
13.
13. He kind of looks at you and he goes, well, the mayor just went in. He had another meeting. I just saw the mayor go into a meeting. The main office is right down there. And he points directly towards that main hall that you had been in.
Okay. And then one last thing, because this is who I spoke to yesterday. Do you happen to know where Marielle's office is?
Yes, Mariel's office is right around the corner over this way. And then you take the hallway all the way down. And then you take a left and it should be fourth door on your left.
And is she in today? She was so helpful yesterday.
I think she left for the day.
Okay. Well,
She
thank
should
you
be in
so
tomorrow, though. We're trying to get everything ramped up, a lot of business finished before the long eve.
Of course. Well, thank you so much. You were also so helpful.
Of course, if you need anything else, I'll be walking around.
All
And he
right.
sort of takes off. And as he's walking, he sort of trips over something and then
Aw.
continues as he walks on.
We could, and I'm going to turn back to the rest of the group. You guys are all still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We could go to where the main hall of the mayor is and see if anyone is currently holding council there and just walk in, or we could wander around and just try to find Ulma. I don't know where she went.
Ulma, what was that investigation?
17.
17. You're walking around, and as you're walking, you pass by these big doors. They're
Someone shouldn't have given me an invisibility cloak.
no, big mistake. They're these big wooden doors painted white with this gold trim on the outside, big golden handles. And as you're walking by, you just think you hear a voice speaking that's almost shifting in that same sort of way that you know.
Creeping up to the door.
Okay. As you press your ear up against the door, these doors are much thicker, and it seems that it's opening into a much larger room, making it a lot more difficult to tell what the people are saying. So I'm going to have you make a perception check at disadvantage because of the doors, the room, a lot of factors.
Nice.
I'm sorry, what was I doing?
Perception.
Perception.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, she did.
Go.
21.
21. Okay.
Noise.
This one over here who's been at disadvantage all day.
I've been at disadvantage for weeks.
Yeah,
He's
literally.
very upset.
Literally.
Those
All
are
right.
too great.
You hear the voice say, "Then it appears our business is concluded. It was very nice speaking with you again, and I appreciate all of the help that you have given me, and I cannot wait to spend more time down here in Saddlemount. It is very lovely this time of year, and I am looking forward to the next time that we meet."
Do I hear any other voices?
After that, you hear sort of a chair scraping the floor as if people are getting up, and you hear one other voice. "Oh, excuse me. Yes, it's always good to see you, and I hope everything goes well for you back in Stillgate."
Do I recognize that voice?
That voice you do not.
Okay. This time, instead of like completely hiding as he exits, I need to be able to see where he goes so I can follow him.
Okay.
Can I would like to try and cast message and see if I can reach Ulma in this space. So I'm going to reach out. So while Tess is asking that question, I'm just going to rub the copper on my ear and say, Ulma, where are you? Have you found them? And it's 120 feet, foot of stone, foot of an inch of common metal could block it, or 3 feet of wood. So
You guys were just starting to head over to that main hallway
Yeah.
from Thessaly's conversation. So I'd say you're within range.
Does it sound like the person is like lingering and having another conversation, or does it sound like they're exiting?
You can start to hear footsteps moving towards the door.
I'm not going to respond.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be heard.
Mhm.
Okay.
she's not responding.
It's not really surprising, especially if she's trying to stay hidden.
We may need an insurance policy on this.
Just takes a whisper.
And I'm gonna make we heard her description of Godonvo, correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I'm gonna make my way through the nearest out to the building, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna kick off the ground and just start scanning the area
Okay.
from overhead to see if anyone who matches that description has exited the premises, or if they do, clocking them.
Okay. Ulma, you see right in front of you, the doors swing open. You see Kodambo standing there. You see right next to him an elderly gentleman, sort of in these regal robes that aren't quite tied together all the way, just like very loosely worn, very casual, but still very beautifully made, in sort of this blue and gold. And as Kodamvo steps out, he once again turns around, gives him another handshake, and as this man says back, "You know, you're welcome around here anytime, and I'll tell you, excuse me, you're gonna have to get me one of those creatures that you have. They are incredibly helpful, and I'd love to have one." And Kodamvo sort of, you can see through the faces, all of them begin to morph a little bit into like a slight smile, and you can hear him chuckle. And he pats him on the back and he says, "I'll see what I can do for you." As he walks out the front door. Ulma, you're following?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At a pace that he can't hear my footsteps.
Everyone else, you see these doors open up and Kodam Vo walk out right in front of you.
Did we also see that exchange?
Yes, you just heard it as the doors opened.
Okay.
So we would all sort of, or I would, I'd tuck myself somewhere to look as inconspicuous as possible.
Okay.
I'm overhead, so
Shry is outside.
Yeah, I would do the same. I would try and make it so I don't like.
I'm in the I'm just gonna turn to Thess and just have a close conversation, trying to obscure Thess's face from people walking.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have everyone make a stealth check.
Yeah, I like those.
I
Triple disadvantage.
And this is going...
I'm helping you.
no, so
But I get.
Regular disadvantage.
you would get... I would say yours, Thessaly's would be a straight roll because Seeker is actively...
Do I get disadvantage
helping?
because it's a check and I'm tired?
No, so I'm saying Seeker's help is counteracting that disadvantage.
Okay, but
so you're
okay, but I don't-
doing it as a
because of
straight roll.
Okay. I
Yes.
see what you're saying.
And these are going to be going up against Kodam Vo's passive perception as he's walking out.
Probably not that.
Um,
bad.
see, I mean, I'm
I'm
overhead.
I'm just turning to Flynn and sort of discussing business.
I just,
Okay.
Whatever I think business
I
is.
just roll my eyes at all of them because I had told them to just wait outside inconspicuously and nobody listened.
Oh, yeah, I would have been able to read that conversation.
Co's not expecting anyone up. Could I get advantage on this?
Do we?
Oh, you don't need to.
I don't need
he's
to.
just walking
Oh, he
out
just
of these
walked by
doors.
them.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's just, it's
great.
just- he's walking by the group.
Great.
Since Kellic and Flynn are talking, would you say that we're helping each other? Hi.
I would not say that.
So no
Thessaly, what'd you
then. Got it.
16.
16, Seeker, what'd you get?
24.
Jesus.
Kellic?
Natural 20 for a total of 22.
Woo!
Flynn?
That's 10. That's 10.
A 10. Okay.
I mean, no one
Kodam
cares
Vo
about
walks
halflings.
out the door.
That's true.
You all stop. Try to act normal. Seeker, you put yourself in front of Thessaly. Kodam Vo just sort of looks out at all of the people passing here. Flynn, your nose starts to itch right now.
Oh.
You feel like you have to sneeze.
I'll scratch it.
I am going to have you make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can
Wow.
sneeze.
It's a
Oh, to hold
two-step.
back? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
What? What am I doing? Okay.
Giving him one more
Constitution
out.
saving throw.
Is Thessaly within 10 feet of me?
Yes.
Oh.
You are
Oh,
all
then
together.
great. You get +5.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
My
Wait.
aura is always up. guys.
Another 5. Okay.
Oh, two.
Another 5.
Plus fun. Plus 5.
Yeah, so 16.
16.
Okay.
You brace yourself. This might be the most important sneeze of your life.
So like I was saying, I think the temple could stand to do a little bit more outreach.
Kodam Vo walks out the front door.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was from the cave. It's dusty down there.
I understand.
Shreya, I'm going to have you make a perception check. As Kodam Vo is walking out, I'm going to see if you can see him.
I'm
13.
still following.
13. Okay. Oma is following.
And I
Shreya,
brush past all of them as I go.
you're circling. This is a busy building. You see people going in and out. You think you see him once. You think you see him another time. And those probably weren't it.
Once
You don't see anything.
I don't see any.
Once
Okay.
he's past the next archway or doorway, I would indicate to the group that we should tail like that.
Do I see my friends, though? Can I distinguish them?
As they walk out of the building, following Kodam Vo, yes.
Yeah.
So
see the group.
I'm training my vision on them.
Okay.
And if they're moving, I'm going to follow them at a distance.
Gotcha.
As Kodam Vo hits the door, I'm going to reach for the ring on my hand and find like a page or someone that looks around my height and morph into their visage.
Okay.
Cool.
You see that there is a young woman, sort of shoulder-length blonde hair, who is wearing like this really tailored brown suit with a nice little tie and like a white collared shirt underneath, and immediately change
And
form.
I'm gonna just kind of look to the group and say, I'll take lead and start heading very quickly towards to tail Kodam Vo.
Oma's already in the lead because she's invisible.
Well, I don't know that.
Okay.
His seeker? I've lost 2. And I've lost
I just kind of flip my hair.
Two?
I just kind
Oh
of
my
flip my hair.
running.
All right. You follow Kodamvo. He walks out to the front. Sort of looks both ways, seems to take in the city for a moment, and then starts walking casually to the right at a very leisurely pace, seeming like he just doesn't have anywhere to go, but still one foot in front of the other, walking down the street.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Hands clasped behind his back.
How's the population?
Yeah, are there
in
people
this
walking around?
area?
Less and less now that the sun is almost fully set. But there's still a good population, and you can see Kodamvo walking down the street. No one seems to be avoiding him. No one seems to be giving him any second look. Every once in a while, someone will sort of look oddly at the changing faces, but then not take too much mind of it.
I will lean to Kellic as we're walking. Okay, what's the plan now?
We're making it up as we go, Flynn.
Should we attack when it's safe?
When there's not people in our immediate vicinity.
Yeah.
Aye.
Is it clear at this point that they're following someone as I continue to follow them?
And some lady you don't
Okay,
know.
great.
It is very clear, yes.
All right, great.
Maybe we'll go into a house or something. I guess we'll just keep it up.
Can I tell? Like, is he heading away from the city, or is just like?
It appears right now he is heading towards the docks.
Okay. Ooh, don't want to do it there. All right. How far from the docks are we? Like,
You're probably, it's still going to be maybe a 20-minute walk until you're to the docks.
I'm gonna, as I'm walking, I'm gonna rub my ear and whisper, Kellic, I think we should probably do this now before it gets to the boat.
What's different about the boats? The boats is going to be less civilians, more soldiers, more people prepared for something bad.
Rubbing ear again. Soldiers bad, have weapons and skills.
Yeah, but they are on the alien navy. They're not Red Wolf cultists.
And I'm gonna put one of my hands behind my back with like a thumbs up, and I'm going to speed up, and like I don't know how far I am from, but I'm gonna start to speed up as to try and make contact.
Okay.
I see him speeding up, and I
Turns the
draw.
final corner to the street that leads right to the docks.
Is there anyone in this corner?
There is no one. There are a couple
In this alley?
of civilians sort of turning this corner. He has not turned down any darkened alleys. It's been mainly main streets. And there are civilians around still.
When I get to that corner and I see the docks, are they busy? Are there warships? That's what I'm concerned about.
Looking out from where you are, you can see just down the street, you can see quite a good portion of the docks. You see probably for every 20 empty docks, there's one warship. So it seems that most of the fleet has departed. You do see still very few, but still some soldiers walking up and down the docks.
I will rub my ear again. Okay, Kellic. I could attempt to get him to like stop where he is, and if we could, yeah.
I shrug at the air in front of me. Look for the opportune moment.
Is he passing any alley between now and the dock?
It is starting to open up, so there are like some shops that maybe like in between each of these shops there's some space, but it's not like in the center of the city where there are actual alleyways.
So I want to try to cut him off at an alley and like push him into it.
Okay.
So is there anything that I think would be a good space to do that?
So looking ahead, you can see that there are a couple of like these bigger stalls that start sort of the coastal fish market portion of the city. Some of the stalls are a little bit bigger, and you feel like you could probably use that for what you want to do. If you push someone into there, they would be out of sight of the main street.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and meet him off and kind of clock how far back my friends are. How they seem pretty close? Like they can.
They seem close enough. Seeker seems the closest. Seeker seems like with a quick jog, he could probably tap him on the back. But you are definitely the closest.
Great. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna like flash my robe, my cloak up a little bit so they can see my feet and like tap my toe so that they know something's about to happen.
I would like to prep a hold person spell at the sight of that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna drop the cloak back down and head him off and try to like.
Okay, you're gonna
like
make a shove
slide
attack.
him. I'm gonna like do a slide and try to like push both of my feet out so that they're like gonna like kick him in there.
Okay, I'm gonna say for the purposes of the mechanics of this will be a shove attack.
Okay.
So,
Does she have advantage because she's invisible? Is that how it works?
I mean,
Or is
I'm
it a
like
surprise?
tripping him.
I don't know.
What is?
Or I can like let me say I'm gonna try to like trip him and then
Into
shove him at the
trip
same
shove.
time, like trip shove.
okay.
Just gonna say, for the peeps, I got a javelin prepped and ready as soon as I see like motion happening. I don't know if that'll allow me anything. We'll see.
Okay, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, the creature's attack rolls have advantage when you're invisible.
Hey,
So does this count as an attack roll?
Yeah, this would. And so instead of making an attack roll, you make an athletics check contested by the target's strength. So, yeah, I'm going to say you can have that at advantage.
Okay.
He is still going to roll strength just to see if he can catch himself from falling down. Okay?
What am I rolling?
Athletics. Athletics, or with the way that you're doing this, I will allow either athletics or acrobatics against his athletics.
Probably really strong. Well, he's smart. He's a smart boy. Is he a smart boy or a strong
Yeah, he's a
boy?
nerd.
Weak.
Ooh.
That don't look good.
Damn.
There are strong nerds.
They're strong nerds.
There are strong.
What is that?
16.
A 16. You shove him, and immediately you hear, "Oh, jeez!" as he completely fumbles over his feet and falls directly into the mud, into the alleyway.
Okay.
As he starts to like panic and put his hands on the ground. What the hell was that?
I'll rush up and be like, oh my God, are you okay? You just left the office building like me. Are you okay? And I'll reach down to help him up.
Yeah, as Seeker's got this person distracted, I'm going to cast Hold Person that I had prepared.
Nice.
You rolled really low. That's a 4.
Okay, yeah, it's a 17 to beat it. So,
Okay.
yeah, he's paralyzed.
Okay, as his muscles tense up and he slows as he's putting his shoulder piece back on.
Oh my, what is happening to you? Are you okay?
Tie him up, Seeker!
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
I will produce a rope, and I am so sorry about this, but I am sorry. I'm just gonna start tying, and I'm gonna attempt arms down by the side. How do I?
As little movement as possible, Seeker. And as I round the corner, I want to investigate if it's a mask, like what the mechanics are, the motion of the face.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
try to remove that.
Make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Oh yeah. It's a 20. How do you math? How does anybody even math? 23.
23. You do see that it is a magical effect. You cannot determine where it is emanating from, but it isn't like a physical mask that's pulled over his face.
Okay.
Although when inspecting, you do look down right where he's pulling up that little shoulder piece,
Yeah.
and right under his neck, you can see a brand. A brand that is very similar, though not exact, to one that you had seen before. When you were in the tunnel, and this was in
Westbury.
Westbury.
Yeah.
And you guys were going
like-
through that tunnel from Nestle Valley to Westbury, and you met the drow there. there was the brand that the drow put on the dwarven woman's neck. That indicated if a certain effect were to happen, i.e.
It was
speaking,
like a curse.
yes, it would affect her.
Okay.
It's a very similar brand to that, but not exact. I'm going to...
Where did you get that?
Actually, does anyone here speak Undercommon?
I do.
Kellic,
Brilliant.
you look at the runes that are branded on his neck, and you understand that any damage inflicted to Codon Vo, that same damage would be inflicted upon someone else, many other people. You don't know, but that brand means if this person is inflicted with a wound, others will also become have those same wounds inflicted on them.
Oh my gosh.
Seeker, okay, be careful there. Mind your hands.
I'm making quick work to tie the wrists and like trying to tie the ankles so that we have some kind of a shackles thing going so we have control when the...
Okay.
Maybe a gag as well. He's a caster, right? He's probably got some other tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna put my hood down and become back visible. And also maybe we make it so he can't move his hands at all.
But he's tying him up, like you said.
Just at his
I'm
wrist.
tying them up here and here. And I have like a shirt in my
Kellic,
bag.
you can feel a minute coming to an end
I'm tying a shirt.
in a couple seconds.
Here, I'm tying this around the mouth. I'm so sorry about this. I'm tying a shirt around the mouth as tight as I can.
I would like to... Yeah. Fuck. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on his face.
Oh.
Was his face
Okay.
still changing while he was held?
While he's paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet.
You cast Dispel Magic on his face,
Yeah.
and
Any spell of 3rd level or lower ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, I make an ability check using my spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Does this affect spells or does it affect like magical effects? I don't know if that's different.
Objects, a magical effect, or a creature.
Oh, perfect.
then I'm going to have you roll for it.
Okay.
I was also
Okay.
had that pulled up.
Yeah. Okay. 21. Sorry. Am I an idiot? 22.
22.
Nice.
Okay.
It's really good.
Do I be an asshole here?
Yep.
Sure.
Always.
Always.
I'm going to say,
You're really nice to us.
it does not come down.
That makes sense.
What?
And I have an explanation for it, but just trust that I have an explanation
Okay.
for the reason
Trust
it does
the
not
DM.
come down.
Wow.
And
Okay.
does the
Kellic, you feel the hold person come to an end as you all see Codon Vo that starting to squirm. You can see moving around.
But still, we wouldn't want any harm to come to you.
You see him like starting to sort of scrunch up his legs and try and kick away from you across the ground.
I'll grab.
I'm gonna sit on his knees.
Okay. He stops doing that. You can see like trying to toss and turn.
What are we doing? We gotta figure this out.
Hey, we just want to talk to you. We just want to bring you with us for a minute. Hey, little one, could you put the cloak on this one so we could walk him to our special place? Okay.
Or maybe we could just like knock him out.
Olma,
could not-
I'm gonna have you make a contested athletics check as he's trying to sort of buck you off of his knees.
Is it not an attunement?
No,
The cloak?
she gave it to Death.
Oh, it's
For
not
the-
The
attunement?
cloak does not require attunement.
Oh,
No, it's just a
shit.
cloak that you put on.
Fucking crazy.
Contested strength.
Yeah.
13. Athletics, right?
He you can tell there's a little bit of sweat coming down from his forehead. You can tell he's really trying to get you off, but he's just not really strong enough to get you off of his knees.
I just pat his knee. I said, "It's okay. We have some not strong people here too. It's fine.
Listen.
It's totally fine."
Hold still, and we won't subject you to the cells that your little mind flayer friends have been put in this town through. All right? Your
Just,
place will be much cozier.
just knock him out.
Alma, there's a mark on him there. A curse of some kind. I think it's loosely translated in Undercommon, it means harm brought to this creature befalls another.
A curse?
Oh.
I don't know the nature of it, but I suspect it's some kind of safeguard against attempts just like this one.
I could try to put him to sleep.
Would that hurt him?
I don't know.
I don't want him to see how to get to our special place.
That's a good point.
We just blindfold him.
Blindfold. I'm so sorry about this. I'll pull out another shirt.
As he's doing that, is there a possible way I can reinforce the ropes with 2 javelins on either side of this guy to then they can bind to those with the intent of preventing him further from breaking out?
If you would like, you can do that.
I would like to attempt to craftily attach 2 of them,
All right.
if I may.
You feel that now he's held together even more sturdy.
Great.
You wrap the thing around his eyes?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. What
Are
do
you
you
gonna
do?
put the cloak on?
Yeah, I'll take the cloak off
Let's
and
move.
I'll
Let's be
put
quick.
it over him.
We don't want to get any attention on us.
Off to our
All
special
right.
place.
All right.
It's so fun there. You're going to like it.
You put the cloak over him. You all begin to carry him out onto the docks.
Yeah.
I'm going to have all of you make performance checks or deception checks
Oh, definitely.
as you're walking past some of these soldiers that are on the docks.
Like
Let's
that?
dance, guys. Let's dance. We're
Definitely taking that.
we're having a great
Oh, yeah.
party
That's
time.
Or
a
deception?
dirty 20.
Ooh, okay.
Dirty roll.
And what are we doing? Deception or
Deception or performance.
performance?
Yes.
Good golly.
All right, just shout them out as you got them.
15.
11.
Dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
Hey!
19.
Finally.
Okay.
Let's go.
18.
Okay.
Oh, we
I'm the
did
only
it.
one. I was 11, but
Still, that is enough. As you are taking this invisible man down the docks,
Yep.
On a little gurney we made
A
of
leader of
javelins.
this
you
terrible organization.
finally,
Just we got
after a couple of minutes of walking down the docks, a little bit of paranoia as you hope no one will see you, finally see the shed to Hayfried's void. And that is where we're going to end. We're going to call it right there. Thank you all so much for listening, and we can't wait to see you all again next week. Bye, nerds.
We did.
bye,
Bye, nerds.
Was that already 2
nerds.
hours?
Hey, nerds, be sure to like, share, and subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts on every social media, and we'll see you next week. Bye, nerds.